The cool thing about this whole thing is that it benefits the planet and the environment, but it truly benefits you as well, because just by replacing these 5 items, or even just like a couple of these, you will save money. So like if you are on a budget and you're like, I do not care about the planet, you are still in the right place. Like this will help you save money. Hey, I'm Amber. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new around here, welcome to my channel. If I look a little bit disheveled, it is because we had a very, very long night with my son. So Alex, my husband, is actually holding him right now so that he can take like a good solid nap. And I am here talking to you about 5 easy household items to replace to save money, live a little more eco-friendly, and create less waste. So this is something I am super, super passionate about. I initially started looking into like reusable items when I first moved out of my parents' house, not because I cared really that much about the planet at the time, but just as a way to save money because I was a broke college student. And it quickly became more about saving the planet as I started to realize like why these reusable products were being made and the effect that waste has on our planet and environment. If the planet is on your heart, I know it can feel really overwhelming because it can feel like you need to do like everything right now. And also like a lot of these products that create waste, we've just used them our whole life. So it feels, or it can feel like it's gonna be like really inconvenient to replace them with something reusable. But I promise you, if you start small and work your way up, it's actually really not as inconvenient as you'd think. Okay, so the first one, and in my opinion, probably like the most obvious, easiest one to replace, is plastic water bottles. And I would be interested to know if you're someone who still buys plastic water bottles, like what is the reason? Not because I want to judge you or anything. Like I just would be interested to know like what is the reason to like keep buying them, because I genuinely see zero reason for it. We know that they're bad for the environment. We know that they're not necessarily the greatest for you because it is like plastic just holding your water, and plastic can definitely like leach things into whatever it's holding. And at this point, there are so many reusable water bottles on the market that like however it is that you like to sip on your water, you can find a water bottle for that. Like if you want it through a straw, if you want it through like a little toddler sippy cup like mechanism, or if you want to feel like you're still drinking out of a water bottle with like a screw cap. All of those are out there, and you know, there's expensive ones if you want like a cutesy one, if you're just like, just give it to me cheap. There's cheap ones, there's like, you know, metal, glass, plastic, all kinds of different materials for your water bottles. If you don't want to deal with like washing it all the time, you can get one that's dishwasher safe. Of course, I think it's probably a good idea to have like 2 or 3 on hand so that if you forget to wash it, that you can just like use another one. So I think that that is definitely the easiest one, and that could make a pretty big impact considering how many water bottles come in like one package of, you know, water bottles. The second item that you can replace is paper towels. So instead, what I like to do is use microfiber towels. You can get those on Amazon in like a big pack, or you could also use like old washcloths or something like that. And I just have mine stacked up in my little laundry nook. All the clean ones are in there. I keep one clean one under the sink just for like easy grabbing and wiping down the counters. And then I have a little basket in my laundry room where I put the dirty ones, and then once, maybe twice a week, we just wash them with hot water. And it's been really, really easy. Like I said, it's only like 1 or maybe 2 extra loads of laundry. If you wipe down your kitchen and you get like little specks of food, I just shake it off in the kitchen sink, and it's been very, very easy. The nice thing about replacing this type of item also is that when you run out, you don't have to worry about like rushing to the store to get more. You just have them in your home at all times. So that is another very easy one to replace, and like I said, it'll just be in your home all the time. The third thing, kind of similar to the second one, is napkins. So I purchased cloth napkins 8 years ago. That was when I lived in my first apartment because I was just, like I said, looking for ways to save money. I got them at like Bed Bath and Beyond for, I think, like less than $20, like a 15 pack or something like that. They don't have to be like restaurant quality napkins, and they don't have to be white either because you might not want to deal with stains. Mine are black, and they're actually dirty right now. I need to wash them, otherwise I would show you guys, but they definitely do not need to be like super, super fancy. Mine absolutely are not. They are not restaurant quality, but they have held up for 8 years. So very, very easy. I've actually found that a lot of times also, like, I don't even always use a napkin. It really depends on what we're eating. But for the most part, if we're eating something with like a fork and knife, I usually do not find myself needing a napkin at all. So our cloth napkins are kind of just there for occasional use. But similar to the paper towels, we just wash them with the microfiber towels like once or twice a week. And it doesn't add an extra load because since those are all kind of like food related, we wash them together. If we clean with the paper towels like the bathroom or something, we would wash those separately. Before we get on to the fourth thing, if you are enjoying this video and you like motherhood, crunchy-ish kind of content, lifestyle videos, please subscribe to my channel down below. I would love to see you around here more often, and it really helps out my channel. Item number 4 is Ziplock baggies, and I actually have several different reusable food storage options to give you. The first one is mason jars. I use mason jars to store like leftovers in the fridge. I also sometimes will use a mason jar for like little snacks or something like that. I have like little 8-ounce ones and just like put some nuts in there or something and throw that in my purse. Really, really convenient. I also have these. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that. So these, I want to say that they're silicone. I'm not 100% sure, but they are freezer safe. They have a really similar seal to like a Ziploc bag. They're really easy to wash, and this one in particular comes in all kinds of different sizes. So there's like the gallon size, there's like the little snack baggy size, and then this kind of in between size. And I'll try to find these and link it down below. Everything in this video I will try to find and link some options down below for you to go check out if you want to purchase anything. I also have these little snack baggies right here, and I love these. I don't use them as much anymore because I don't go to work anymore, but when I did, I used these all the time. So it just has a little Velcro opening, and then it's awesome because you can leave it kind of big like this, or if you wanted to make it smaller, like a snack size bag, then you can just fold it over like this. So really convenient to also just put in your purse. And you can hand wash these, or you could actually stick these in the washing machine. So really, really convenient. The last thing that you can replace is a dish sponge. This was something that I wanted to get rid of and replace before I even was trying to save money, not because I wanted to save the planet, but because I hate the way that actual like sponges start to smell. Like, even if you clean them, let them dry, I feel like they just get this like musty odor really, really quickly, and I hate it. And I think it like makes your dishes stink. I just think it's disgusting. And like the fact that it just like holds all this water. If you only do dishes once a day, I guess maybe it won't stink because then it'll have like ample time to dry out. But if you're doing dishes multiple times a day, it never really gets like a good chance to like fully dry out. So that just seems kind of gross to me, that you just have this like moist thing that's just holding all of the water and like gunk just sitting there, and you're just like reusing it over and over again. I know that those are, I think, biodegradable, but something to think about is that things that go into landfills tend to not biodegrade as quickly as a company might make it seem. Like they'll put, biodegradable, but a really key factor for something efficiently decomposing, I guess, is oxygen. And our landfills get so packed that things take a lot longer to biodegrade and decompose than they otherwise would, because they're just jam-packed in these landfills. So I think a better option than sponges that you have to constantly throw away but that, you know, are biodegradable is a silicone sponge. I'm gonna show you mine. It's a little bit nasty looking, but this is because I use it every day. So a silicone sponge like this one. I love these because one, they are very, very easy to clean. If little like bits of food get stuck in there, you can just like rinse it right out. You can boil it if you feel like it's getting kind of like nasty, and it will be fine. It will obviously like sterilize it. I find that it lathers up just fine. Sometimes you might have to like let something, you know, soak for just like a little bit longer because it doesn't have like a hard, you know, scrubby surface. Or you can also get like a little natural scrubby brush. I have one of those as well for some tougher things, but I really don't find myself needing to use that hardly at all. And the nice thing about this is that eventually you probably will have to replace it, because with time, some of the little like silicone bristles do kind of get like, they'll get like chopped away, or like if you're washing a knife or something like that, it might like slice off some of them. I've been using this one that I showed you just now for almost a year though. So even though you might eventually need to toss it, this thing can last you up to a year or longer. So you're still putting less waste out there because you can use these things for so long. And that's why I know mine doesn't look like pristine and new, but it's because we've been using it for such a long time that's just what something like that is gonna look like. Okay, so that is all I have for you. I hope that makes making these changes feel a little bit more manageable and less overwhelming. I've had people tell me before that anything that I personally do for the environment isn't going to make a difference because there's so many people on this planet, and it's like the big corporations that are creating the biggest problem. But that is exactly the kind of mindset that's going to like keep this nasty cycle going. Because if you think about the amount of waste that humans collectively create, that is a lot of waste, because there are a lot of humans on this planet. And so if every single person just started making some small changes, it would definitely make a difference. And then these big corporations would also be struggling, or maybe some of them would even go out of business, or like need to reassess what their product is, because we wouldn't be purchasing these items from them. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you did make it this far, thank you for caring enough about the planet to watch and to even consider making some better lifestyle choices. I hope that you are having a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.